Hi, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Akashic Adventures. I'm here, Linda de Gonzalez, with Viviani and Diana Bowles, and we are going to answer the questions that you have for the Akashic Records Masters. The kinds of questions you can ask. Usually, the Akashic Records Masters don't care whether you take a job or move or go here or go there. And so best not to ask the Akashic Records Masters those kinds of questions. There are a lot of tarot readers and psychic mediums on YouTube who can probably better help you with that. Also, the kinds of questions they can answer are about your spiritual development. Asking about previous lives. Asking if what your lessons are, what lessons you want to learn. Those kinds usually will bear a lot better fruit. Yeah, and I apologize. Wanda's in a feisty mood today. Yeah, see, she knows. She's in a real feisty mood, so she's going to be interjecting. I apologize. Sweet Lord. My apologies. I live in a tiny apartment, and even if I put her in the bedroom, you'd still hear her. So may as well be here. And I have a little bit of control. Oh, she wants more almonds. Okay, here we go. Now, Viviani has an exciting announcement.
Yes, thank you, Linda. When I get 200 subscribers, I'll give a free reading. I did that with 100. So I remember Karen Doyle won the reading. And when I get 200 subscribers, I'll be giving another free reading. So that's what I wanted to share. Thank you.
And I'm at 207 subscribers as of this morning. So when I hit 250, I'll be giving away a free 1 hour reading. With all the bells and whistles on YouTube, using that whole StreamYard picker thingy. That's so cool that I see other people doing, and I want to try it. So like and subscribe to all of us, please. We really appreciate your support. We appreciate your being here. We appreciate that the huge amount of support that all of you give us. And I'm starring questions as fast as I can. Let's see here. Okay, so right now we have 6 questions. We're not using, I just noticed, Addie, your question, you had a exclamation mark join. You're so wonderful. I mean, thank you, but we're not using Ubot on this, or Nightbot. We're not using Nightbot on this because there's 3 of us, and we would, and StreamYard, yeah, never mind. It can't be done. So thank you for doing that. You can do it on Thursday. And all right. I will open the, we now have 7 questions starred. Viviani, are you able to star while I read the opening prayer, while I read the prayer of protection?
You're muted.
Viviani, you're muted, yeah.
No, it does not give me that option to start a question when I move over, when I go over the comments.
Okay.
But
okay.
I'll have to keep an eye. So the last one you started, was it Diana's question? I'm sorry.
Diane, the last one.
Diane Gee?
Diane Gee or G. I don't know how to say.
Yeah, okay. So I'll keep my eye open for anything that comes up while if you want to read the prayer protection and the records.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
There was just something else that I wanted to mention, but I did want to mention, please subscribe to Oil Painter because we would like to motivate her. No pressure, Diana.
Yeah, right.
Please,
Oh.
please subscribe to Diana's channel as well.
Jackie made a comment that if you give me advanced permissions, I am able to start questions too. I did not know that.
I did not know
Okay.
that either. Okay, so
Thank you,
where is
Jackie, for letting us know. And I
Yeah.
will post Diana's link
a second?
on my channel here. So please do subscribe to her channel too. And thank you.
Guests can see viewer comments. Guests can see viewer comments and post. Guests must authenticate. Players. Blah blah blah. Okay, yeah, I am. I'm going to have to look at this after, Jackie, and maybe you and I can have a conversation later on Discord. Oh, Mirella, hi. Okay, I had it right here. I'm ready for this. Honest. We are surrounded by the pure white light of divine source. We ask Archangel Michael to protect and guide us, and we call forth all of our angels, guides, beings of light, and Akashic Records masters to assist us now to receive information of the highest truth, highest frequency of light and love, allowing us to receive exactly what we need for our greatest good and the greatest good of humanity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We open ourselves to the light, and with this light, we open ourselves to our truth. And with this light, we open ourselves to our soul's purpose. And with this light, we open ourselves to be guided towards our highest good and the highest good of all in divine love. And so, all the people here, all the people who will come later, and all the people who will watch this in the future are given the truth to best serve them on their healing journey into the love and acceptance that is most beneficial for them in this moment. And with this light and guidance, we unlock the energy field to receive the records of their souls. Okay. Whoops. Whoops. No, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, my fat finger slipped. Okay. Annie Bear. Diana, do you want to start? Could you start, please, with
Sure.
Annie Bear's question?
Sure. How can I best be of service while learning the lesson of brotherhood currently in play in my life at this time? Don't be afraid to be a pirate. It isn't necessarily about sabotage. Nostradamus is a pirate. He gave to those who were less fortunate. The Robin Hood. When you stumble upon information, share it. You are already doing a good job of that. But don't be afraid to continue and have a little piracy in you. It can be fun at the same time. End of transmission.
Thanks, Diana. I just realized that I should actually just go through this and tell you all who's in the queue so far. So that was Annie Bear. And then I have Imagine With Me Shamanic Journeys. Addie, Imelda, Ale Robichaud, Nivra, Diane Gee, and Cheryl. So that's who's in the queue currently. And thanks for that, Annie Bear. That was a really good question. Next we have for Viviani, Imagine with Me Shamanic Journeys.
Can you tell me if my spirit guide, who I call the Elder One, is an ancient shaman? Okay. Hi, Imagine with Me Shamanic Journeys. Let's see what the masters say. I got a yes. And I'm getting the message, work with him. Work with the Elder One, include him in your rituals. And he's guiding and helping you. And he wants to have a closer relationship. So yeah, that's the end of the message. I hope that helped you. And thank you so much for your question. Thank you for being here.
Thanks a lot, Imagine with Me. I'm trying to find Lottie Beast is asking if I got her question, and I've gone back as far as I can, almost to the beginning. Well, certainly when you came in and said hello, Lottie, and I don't see any question from you. So if you wouldn't mind retyping it, please just put it in again. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience, but well, welcome. Welcome to our world. I can't see it. So I've gone back, like I said, to where you came into the chat and don't see your question. So my apologies, but I just don't have it. So my question is from Addie, who wants to know, what do the Akashic Masters want me to do about my life? Is that right? Do I have that right, Addie? If you could just answer in chat, I'm just... Hi, Courtney. Hi. Uh, Hi, Dakota. I'm just waiting to hear from Addie. No, Fiona, it's not too late to ask a question. We're good for questions. Want you to know about your life. Well, see, I'm glad I waited. So Addie says she wants what do the Akashic Masters want her to know about her life? Okay, perfect. Thank you. And thank you all for your patience while we go through this. This isn't a fast process. This isn't like, slapping cards on the table. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I didn't mean that to sound as snarky as it did. I just heard myself. My apologies. I'm being flooded by this incredible warmth and tenderness for you. Absolutely oceans of unconditional love for you. Follow your heart. They want you to follow your heart. Well, I'm glad you agree. Here, have another almond. They want you to follow your heart to know to know where to go next. What draws you? What brings you? What makes you? What makes you sing? Like what makes you joyful? Follow that. If something looks like it would be fun to do, do it. And I don't mean like the roller coasters. I just mean go for a walk in nature. Enjoy yourself. Bring joy into your life. Follow that joy. Follow where your heart leads. Um, your life doesn't need to be one of duty and I have to do this and the floors have to be washed and yada, yada, yada. You need more fun. Actually, we all do, but it's Addie's question. You need more fun and you need to learn to listen to your heart and follow where your heart is trying to lead you. I say heart, but you know that it really is your soul. Like, you know that, right? It's just that people think of their souls as being like somewhere else, not part of them. So it's easier for people to understand when you say your heart, because that's where your soul speaks to you. Your life will have its fair share of ups and downs, I'm getting. Your life will be like everyone else's. There will be joy, there will be grief, there will be all the whole range, which is what you signed up for. But never lose sight of your heart. Never lose sight of how important it is to follow your heart. Well, that was pretty good. I like that. I think that that's a message that can apply to all of us. Woohoo. Okay. I hope that helped, Daddy. And that was a good question, too. And the next question is from Imelda. I would like to, sorry, go ahead, Viviani, it's up to you. Sorry, lost myself there for a second.
Okay. Hi. Okay, I'd like to learn about my last previous lives. Did I know my adopted son in one of those lives? Okay.
Oh, that's so good.
Yes, I get you were related in a previous life. And I got the word uncle, but I'm waiting for more information from the masters. Yes, so now I got it. Yes, he was your uncle in a previous life. And you had a good relationship. And he had a long life. That's the end of the message. So this is what I got for you, Imelda. I hope that helped you, and thank you for your question.
Thanks, Viviani. I hope that helped, Imelda. I got Lottie's question, and we now have
I saw a couple other questions. Flower. Yeah, Rossi has a question.
yeah, I saw that.
Sonia
Okay,
too.
so now who's in the queue is Eileen Robichaud, Nivra, Diane, Cheryl, Leah, Sonia.
Bella Ricci, I think, is trying to type a question. I'm a little confused, but I don't know if it's showing up or not.
Yeah, that was Lottie's question.
Yeah, and Dakota.
Yeah, I've got Lottie's question now. Flower Beauty, Peacock Rainbow. I have your question. Dakota Kelt, Leah, Rossi, and Lottie B.
So maybe we should close questions, or
So now we have 11 maybe that's 11 questions that we have in the queue, and it's 25 minutes into the show. So I think we're going to close questions now, everyone. And we'll do our best to speed up our process. Well, I'll do my best to speed up my process. Diana, this next one is for you.
Robichaud. Question: can the Akashic Records give me an idea into what lessons I am supposed to be learning from all the frustrations that I am going through right now? Slow down. You're trying to make all these things come together at once. They're showing me a tea ceremony, a Chinese tea ceremony, which is to take time with the water and the leaves. And they're showing me the matcha ceremony, which is even more because the leaves must be ground. The time you take in ceremony is the time that will help alleviate the frustrations. Because we have to go back to one step at a time. You can carry a heavy load up a ladder by skipping a rung. You have to step on each rung. Life itself is just a heavy load for all humans. So take time, deal with things one step at a time. They have a sense of humor today because now they're saying it's all small shit. And don't sweat the small shit. End of transmission.
That's awesome, Diana. Thank you. And thanks, Isle, or Isle. I'm not sure how to say your name, so I apologize in advance for butchering people's names. It's
Me too. I mean, Bishard I can get. Robichaud I get. Eli? Ale?
no, it's Isle, Eel,
I think
Eileen.
it's Eileen.
I did that
Eileen, I believe. It's
Eileen.
Eileen Robbie Show. Yeah.
Eileen Robichaud, I think so, but I'm not entirely sure, and I
Yeah.
probably shouldn't be doxing her on YouTube. Sorry.
By the way, I saw a question from Lisa. I don't know if that made the cut. I just noticed now that she had a question in there. She's in my chat, Lisa.
She's in your chat. Okay, just a second. So this one is my question, and let me go and take a look. And I don't know where the advance permissions are, Jackie. I love you with all my heart, but honestly, let's
Or
see.
next live.
Leah or Lisa? I don't see a Lisa.
Lisa Niedermeyer, I believe is.
Oh, Lisa Niedermeyer. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was thinking Lisa. What's the timestamp on it? Viviani?
Let's see. Stamp. 5:23 my time, so it should be 3.
Yeah, 2:23. Yeah, here it is.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, French-Canadian War. Okay. French-Canadians had a war? Okay. Well, that'll be fun. Okay, what past gifts have been associated with past life gifts associated with the Hathor, and am I on the right path? Well, that's interesting, Nivra, because I too have an association with the Hathor. And am I on the right path developing a healing technique associated with them? Thank you. This is just me talking. This isn't the Akashic Masters. Have you read that book about the Hathor that guy wrote like 20 years ago? It's really interesting. And there's some interesting meditation techniques that they apparently channeled to him, or he channeled from them in that book. I've been meaning to reread it, and probably this is a good reminder that I should do that. Okay. The Hathor are your brothers. They have powerful healing for the mind, especially, but also for the body. Ways of balancing energy, ways of moving energy. Deep compassion. Deep love and compassion. Which they share freely. They have a unique approach to problem solving. which involves energy. I'm not sure. I'm not getting any details beyond an approach to problem solving. But it involves energy. I don't know what else. If you want to work with them to develop a healing technique, they will be able to guide you very well, because they are extremely developed in that area, in the area of healing body and mind. So yes, yes, you are on the right path, working with the Hathor to develop a healing technique that would be very useful to humanity. I'm being told that would be extremely useful and helpful to humanity. So awesome, Nivra. That's really awesome. Good for you. Thank you for that question. How interesting. I'm a little jealous. Well, no, I'm not jealous. You go ahead and you do that. That's your shtick. I don't want to do that. Okay. The next person is Cheryl for Viviani.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Cheryl. Okay, did I have a past life as a priest, monk, nun, or other religious lifetime? Or other religious... Okay, let's see.
Hush, hush.
The word that popped in was in Spanish is the word curandera. Curandera. How do I translate that? You'd be like a person in the community that people come to, and you give blessings, and you have like you work with herbs, and let's see. Go ahead if you have anything else to add. I've got this curandera.
Rossi says a curandera is a shamanic healer.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I can see a person, holding up, a bunch of fresh herbs and. So yeah, you're a shamanic healer that helped many in your community. So that's what I got for you, Cheryl. I hope that helped you, and thank you so much for your question.
Thanks, Viviani. That was pretty
Mhm.
cool. A curandera. That's very
Yeah, curandeira. Yeah, and in Portuguese it would be benzedeira. I don't know if you heard that word before.
I haven't heard that word before. No.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have Leah. For you, Diana.
Hi, Leah. Ask for a reading of the records, of course, anything that will help me now. I'm being shown a horse and a cowboy hat, cowgirl hat. I think the symbology of that is you are coming into a new power. There's going to be fast movement coming your way soon. Be prepared for change. It will be for the better, though it will be raising dust when it begins. Like breaking a horse that's never had a saddle on its back before. You might feel like that horse. But it is how you are shaping yourself. You have good sense of the boundaries you want to set. Don't worry if it includes family members that can't come close to you at this time. That will settle on its own time when the dust settles. End of transmission. Wow, there was a lot of dust raising. And it almost looks like there's a change of residence, but I can't be sure of that because it didn't start out with, I mean, the horse was like in your own backyard. I don't know what your property looks like, so you may already have space enough for a horse. But then, of course, I was seeing bigger, wide open spaces, so maybe something is going to come up that is going to make parents concerned that you're not going to be close by. Don't let it bother you. Sometimes you have to set boundaries and take on your own life. That's Diana talking, but in the records, what they were showing me was you coming into a new sense of power. I hope that helps, Leah. Thank you.
Thanks, Diana. And it appears I've lost a question. Fiona, I have lost your question. I don't see it in the starred list, and I apologize. So if you could please repost it, I'll put it up there again, and I will do my best not to lose it. Again, especially. Okay, so that was Leah. Next we have Sonia. Sonia. For me, can I get a message from the masters on what I should be working on, and if a love will be in my life again? Well, I can tell you right now, you can have love again if you want it. The masters, it's free will. If you want to, connect with another human being in love on this planet again, it's entirely up to you. You may have to do some work. You may have to clear yourself and do some growing. You may have to, I don't know, but that's entirely up to you. Entirely your choice. So in other words, okay, this is the part that they're not saying. So what that means is that it's not in your soul contract to remain alone for the rest of your days on the planet. Okay, so when they tell me that, well, I don't know. Is that what that means? Because even if you have a contract, you still have free will, right? Okay, let's just jump in. You know what you should be working on. You know, because your heart tells you. You should be working on compassion. You should be working on opening yourself to your soul's message. You should be opening yourself to your guide's messages. These are all things that every human being needs to do. This is pretty much a universal kind of work on what calls your heart. Learn to listen to what your heart is saying to you and follow its lead, follow its guidance. Because that's your soul talking. There's nothing we can tell you that's more important than what your heart is telling you. And if you want love in your life, you can have it. Follow what your heart says. Your heart may not be ready. Your heart may want to heal. You may need some time alone to assess yourself and heal yourself. But if you want it, it's there. They were pretty feisty. They were pretty spicy giving me that answer.
My tripod might fall over here.
Because what I actually heard was, yeah, if you want it, it's yours. And you already know what you need to be working on. If you're listening to your heart, that will tell you what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah, that's what I have for you, Sonia. I hope that helps. Thanks for asking. Thanks for being here. Thank you all for being here. We really appreciate the support. Sorry, what?
No, do you see Fiona's repost?
Oh, did she?
Yes. She says, "What do the Akashic Masters want me to know about my life?"
Oh, Diana, there's a big goal. They want to get you to 100. And now you're going to have a channel. Okay, thank you, Fiona, and my apologies. You're going to have to do something with the channel that you have. Excuse me.
Well, and this is the crazy thing, not to interrupt the flow.
Go ahead.
But I illustrate children's books, and I had just retired as a teacher. And all those kids that I was teaching and had been teaching were purchasing the book. This was in 2019. So I
Oh.
recorded one video. And back then, it wasn't even set up to be a channel. I just recorded a video and posted it. Somewhere along the line, YouTube changed things and it suddenly became a channel and it has legs of its own. And all I do is save a bunch of meditation music and watch everybody else's stuff. And that's all you can find there. So one of these days, when the spring fling is done, I will clean it up and try to do something with it. So forgive me, folks.
Everybody who has who's on or not on YouTube, but when you sign up in YouTube, you automatically have a channel. Like that's just part of what you get. You have a channel.
Yeah, I mean, but it wasn't that way in the beginning. And you know, the day YouTube opened is the day I started YouTube, and I think I've got 98 subscribers.
You got 98? Awesome. Yeah. Two more. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. We can do this. Let's get her to 100. And now she's scared. Yeah.
And again, when I get 200 subscribers, I'm giving away a free Akashic record reading too. So just a reminder.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Go ahead.
No, please. That's good. And 250 for me. And so, but I really want to see Diana here start doing something with the channel. I mean,
I'll say this. I will, and since I'm going to make this public, I have to be held accountable for it. I will pick up the cloak and mantle.
Yes.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Please. I was sad when that ended, but I mean, I guess I get why, but you know.
Yeah, but I can pick that up. So,
absolutely. That would be wonderful.
You got to give me a little bit of time because I got a lot to do in the garden.
Whatever, but that would be terrific because that was really interesting. Some of the okay. So next question, because we're at
and I'm good. I'm good with staying because my next show's not till 9 o'clock. So
okay, how about you, Viviani? Are you okay with staying?
Yeah.
We still have 6 questions and we have like 12 minutes left.
Yeah, we should be good though.
Okay.
Maybe 15 minutes over.
I'm okay with that. I got nothing else to do with my life. Okay. This next question is I've lost count. Is that you?
Me?
Yeah.
I think it's me. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Flower Beauty. Okay. Can I have guidance on love and career? Okay. Let's see. Thank you. Let's see.
Here.
First thing I'm getting is focus on your career first. Yes, focus on yourself and your career, and love will follow. Write a list of goals that you want to accomplish. and work on dedicating time to what you wish to accomplish for your career. And take advantage of the opportunities that are coming your way. So this is what I have for you, Flower Beauty. I hope that helped you, and thank you for being here, and thank you for your question.
Thanks, Flower Beauty. Let's see. Let me not screw this up. Next for Diana is Dakota Celt.
Hi, Dakota. Is the elder that appears in my dreams connected to the Akashic Masters? When I've had questions, she appears. Yes. She wants you to start drumming. She's showing me a drum with a mallet, a soft mallet. Create a medicine wheel anywhere. Walk that wheel. The answers will come to you. Enter in the east. Illumination. Walk the circle to the south, to the west, to the north. She's not saying Rihanna. She's saying it starts with an R. Wait. I can't quite get her name. She's saying it so fast, but it starts with an R. So listen for her to try to give you the name. Perhaps it's the name of the tribe she's from. It's sounding like root bark, but I don't know what language that is in, because I don't think she's speaking in English. She is dressed in Native American clothing. Perhaps I'm picking up on someone other than who you normally see. They're insistent on drumming. Tempo. Whether you use a rattle, bells, or a drum, and a medicine wheel. I'll take you there. They're singing that song. It's a place that you belong. It's a place you're supposed to go. You have healing powers you need to share with others. Yes. The elder that appears in your dreams is an Akashic master. Yes. And that's the end of transmission. I hope that helped. Dakota, I get so many different things for you all the time. So I'm wondering if you see her as a Native American, or is this a new apparition coming in?
She wrote a message. Let's see if I can find it.
Okay.
Said Viking. The name is RUTH
Oh,
Ruth
ARK. They
Ruth
settled in Norway and in North America. And congratulations, you have 100 subscribers.
Yay! Thank you
Thank you
so
all.
much, people.
Mhm.
I guess I got to
Well,
go
the
cook the
mantle
house.
is on again.
So, okay, can you say that again or spell it again?
Sure, it's RUTHARK.
Ruthka.
Ruth
Ruthka.
Ark. Ruth Ark.
Ruthbark. Ruthka. Yeah,
Rufer.
like
Yeah, like what you said at first, which was Ruth Bark.
root bark is what I was picking up, but that
Okay.
Ruthbark.
And just now, Dakota Celt says she sees her as Native American.
Okay. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And you know, there is a very strong Viking Native American connection,
yes.
prehistoric times that we, that go back before the times we have been told about in history books. We all know it's true. Up and down the seaboard are arrowheads that are Viking arrowheads and not Algonquin natives on the eastern seaboard here in Virginia. And they're dated to 500 BC. I mean, they go way, way back. So don't quote me on the date right now because the information is a little vague at this time. But so even your Native Americans could certainly have had Viking connections, married a Viking, was a Viking, fathered by a Viking. And I'm so excited about the name. I was getting the name pretty close to correct.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kelsey.
Pretty cool.
Dakota.
Thank you so much, Diana. And thank you, Dakota, because that Dakota Celt, because that was pretty darn cool. Okay, so next we have Rossi. For me, what is the most recent life where I was persecuted as a witch? Ugh. Okay, you're going to make me do that, huh? There's two lives pretty close together. So I'm just going to pick one of them. I mean, most recent, like they're like 300 years ago. So recent is relative. Because I can't tell, and they're not telling me. They're giving me two lives to choose from about what I want to see. I want to see the most recent one, the one closest to our time now. Scotland, 1700s, early, like 1705, something like that. You live outside of a small village. At the time that I'm seeing you, oh, okay. Your husband's been dead in one of the many wars for quite a number of years. Like I'm getting at least 15 years he's been dead. You got this little farm outside this tiny ass village, like at the back end of nowhere. But you're not from that area. Like that's not where you grew up. You grew up somewhere like, I don't know, 2 days, like 20 miles, 2 days away. And so people have always thought of you as being like apart and not from here. And after your husband died, I mean, you weren't left destitute or anything. Your kids grew up and moved away or like still live in the village, but they're two kids I see that survived. Um, um, but then um, somebody's, I don't know, somebody's pig or cow got sick, and you weren't the main midwife, but you were sort of like a secondary midwife and um, healer, and your little farm was doing really well because you worked hard and because you knew what you were doing, and you looked after your farm very well. You weren't at all lazy. You were very hardworking, and so your farm did pretty well. And whoever's pig or cow, whoever's animal it was that got sick was a lazy drunk who decided that the reason that this animal got sick is because you're a witch. Of course, what could be more logical? And um, and it was easy. Oh, geez, I hate people sometimes. Okay, back into the records. It took a few months, but he was able to get support for this idea from the local church, which was a few miles away. Like people had to travel to go to church, and there wasn't a church there. And even though you led a blameless life, there you are, tried and convicted for witchcraft because somebody's cow died. Jesus, I'm so sorry. Ah, yeah, there you are. That's your most recent life as a witch in Scotland in 1700s. You were in your 60s at the time of your death. I hope that helps, Rossi. Um, yeah, I hope that was helpful to you, Rossi. I'm totally missing chat. Okay, for Viviani, we've got three more questions from Lottie, Lisa, and Fiona.
Okay.
And for Viviani, here you are.
Hi, Lottie. Okay, I have a niece who is very like me. Is it possible to know if we have shared any past lives together? Okay. Yes. Yes, you have many past lives together. I get that you were sisters in one of your past lives. You were the older sister. And you did everything together. You're very close, and this is why you feel the way you do now in this life, in this lifetime, that you're very much alike because you did everything together and spent a lot of time together and really enjoyed being together. So yeah, that's all they gave me this time. So thank you, Lottie B, for your question. I appreciate being here. Thank you.
And apparently I've lost Diane Gee's question, and I
Oh,
apologize again.
Well, it's Mercury doing its thing. It's like all over.
He's kicking our asses. I worked for like 5 hours yesterday just to get time and date on our thumbnail. And
Mhm.
and then, well, it was just a whole technical mishmash. Anyway, never mind. Oh, and then I broke my nice glasses, so I'm wearing my ugly glasses today. Um, so yeah, I'm just waiting for Diane to repost her question
Go
because
ahead, Diana. Do you have something you would like to say? Or you found something?
well, I was just going to remind Mary over there to quit calling her ugly glasses what's on
Oh
her face,
yes,
because she's beautiful and
yeah,
does remind me of Mrs. Beardsley, and I loved Mrs. Beardsley,
yeah.
and I
There's
was
nothing
even
ugly about your glasses.
you
So.
guys forget I'm Canadian. Who's Mrs. Beardsley?
oh, you would have watched that show. What was the name of the show? Not All in the Family.
No, it sure wasn't All in the Family because I remember All in the Family.
But it was in the same era, even a little bit before. She was a little girl and their parents died, and then
Mhm.
the uncle, the bachelor uncle, the confirmed bachelor uncle, who lived in New York in a high rise, had to raise them.
Oh, and it was Keith.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
And the littlest one had a doll she called Mrs. Beardsley.
Here I
And
am.
she wore your square granny glasses. And
I'm
so
just I'm just going to have to put up my hair in a bun and just go Mrs.
yeah.
Beardsley. Okay. Oh man, yeah, I remember that show. I can't remember what it was called. Um, yeah, we did have a lot of I did have a lot of problems with technical stuff yesterday, but anyway, now for okay, so this question is for Diana,
Okay.
and it's Lisa Niedermeyer.
Was I fighting in the French Canadian War? I picture myself in a uniform of that time. But they are showing me that the uniform you were wearing was a uniform you had taken from the French in order to protect yourself. It was your camouflage. You had overheard something about a battle, and you found this dead soldier, so you took the coat and pants and boots to get back to your encampment. Almost got shot getting there. So you were Canadian fighting for the French to leave you alone. And because of the information you brought back, your battalion was prepared. I'm seeing that you won the battle. And went on to continue in the war for Canadian freedom. I hope that helps, Lise. Wow. Yeah, I saw you putting on this jacket. And you were happy about the boots. What's the matter?
I just saw a question from Fiona, but I think I answered Fiona's question, or did I? Can somebody who's actually got brains tell me, or did somebody else?
I
just-
don't think so. I don't
No,
think we've done
Fiona-
Fiona yet,
Okay.
because her
Okay.
question had disappeared, and then we just.
Oh, okay. Because it seems to me I answered.
There was a similar question. Someone else
Yeah.
asked a question. Like, that's why you're thinking that.
And I got Diane's question back. So
Okay.
we have two more questions, Fiona's and Diane's, and it's 10 after 10 minutes past. And so that's, I don't know, that's and Fiona says I didn't. Okay. Well, it must have been just like some other question that I
Yeah.
answered. That just
Some
sounded
people have just two more
familiar to me.
questions.
I apologize. That sounded very, very familiar to me. So I made an assumption. Thank you for helping me.
Mhm.
What do the Akashic Masters want me to know about my life? You need more joy. That came through like very, very clearly. You need more joy. You need more. Okay. So I have a picture of in my head of dancing in a field of wild. You know how they do for the deodorant commercials, dancing in a field with wildflowers and those long flowy skirts and stuff. Um, yeah, you need more of that. I mean, not that you would necessarily do that, but you need more of that kind of feeling in your life. So look for it. Let your heart lead you to it. Learn to center yourself. Learn to stay in your center. Sorry, I said that backwards. In order to be able to stay centered, you have to learn to center yourself and be mindful of staying in your center. And then other people won't be able to jerk you out of it. Other people won't be able to sway you. Other people won't be able to entangle you in whatever drama they're creating. If you stay centered. Not my circus, not my monkeys. I don't know. Maybe they think that's something that you should be saying to yourself more often. I just fell into my head, and I'm sharing it with you. You do with it what you want. Yeah. You know, the more joy you feel, the higher your vibration. So if you want to raise your vibration, go and seek joy. Go and find joy. Look for all the ways that you can look for all the ways that you can bring more joy in your life. So like if you want bacon and eggs for supper, if that'll bring you some joy, is the smell of bacon and coffee and well, okay, maybe you're not a bacon and eggs person, but that kind of thing, it can be really, really mundane and potentially trivial. But if it's important to you and it will bring you some joy and make you feel good, you know, if it will uplift you, then do it. If it's having strawberries for a snack, if it's going for a walk, do what uplifts you. And it doesn't matter what it is that uplifts you. A nice glass of wine at sunset, um, laughing with a friend, watching cat videos, anything that uplifts you, raises your vibration. Joy, love, gratitude. Gratitude's a biggie. Oh, I'm getting chills. One of the things that I notice, okay, and this is just me, this isn't the masters, but this astonishes me over the months that I've been doing this. Or not astonishing. Well, yeah, it is kind of astonishing because I was raised Catholic, right? And so happy was never something that was ever mentioned in church, right? Um, uh,
No.
happy was never a requirement for a spiritual life, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it is the fundamental requirement, because once your vibration, once you have reached a plane of vibration, you live in joy. And
Mm-hmm.
Christian mystics actually talk about that. If you read some of the writings of, I don't know, Teilhard de Chardin or whoever, like just whoever, Christian mystics, they talk about the everlasting joy of God. But that's not what you hear in the church. And it just interests me that, I don't hear the Akashic Records masters ever saying, you need to spend more time on your knees. You need to repent. You need to this. You need to, no, none of that. None of that. You need to give me money. I don't hear any of that stuff. I hear only follow your heart, look for joy, bring joy into your life. Look for the tiniest ways to try to raise your vibration just that little bit more. And then eventually it's like a nuclear reaction. It starts feeding on itself. And then, other things fall away. It's quite amazing. So Fiona, that's the message that I have for you. You need more joy. You need to drop the stuff that brings you down. Or learn to do it joyfully. That's also an option. And Cheryl says, the more shame we had and the guiltier we felt, the better for the Catholic Church. Yeah, the better souls we were, right? Like the more, for me anyway, the more obedient and silent.
Kneel down. Does your skirt touch the
Oh my
ground?
God, yes, our school uniforms. We had to kneel on the chair and our skirt had to hit the chair. And if it didn't, then we got a real scolding and our parents got notified and blah, blah, blah. And so, yeah.
But the minute we left, we lit a cigarette and rolled our skirts up, got the mascara out.
That's so
Yeah, I mean,
Walked
all they taught us was how to be sneaky and how to lie and how to hide things and how to be dishonest and inauthentic, okay, and filled with guilt and shame. So this is the Cheryl says they're paying for it now. No, actually, well, I don't know. Maybe they are, maybe not. But that made me giggle. Oh, the more we suffer, the better we are. Oh my God, yes. And yet suffering was never part of the plan that divine, okay, here it comes. Suffering was never part of the divine plan for human beings. Suffering was never, there's enough suffering just in living life, in being injured, in giving birth, in having people live and die, and just the day-to-day travails of life. There is enough suffering there. There was never an intention from source for humans to suffer. And you're not better for suffering. You're not better for enduring. You're better for opening yourself. You're better for opening yourself to the love and the joy that is universally available, infinitely available to all of us. To all of us, without exception, the shitty ones as well as the really holy and spiritual ones. It's all there. Just open yourselves to it. Open yourselves to your heart. Open yourselves to that love. Okay, I wasn't expecting to channel today. There you go.
Made
So,
me think of
What? Sorry, Viviani. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, it made me think of Monty Python. I always look at the bright side of life.
But you know, it's true.
Yeah, and it's a good movie. It's a great, funny movie talking about like raising our vibration. Yeah, watch
Yeah.
their movies.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, well, I love all of Monty Python songs. Did I see that Taro Stash was here? Did I?
Yes, Gerald
Yeah.
is here. He's
Hi,
on the phone.
Taro.
So yeah,
Oh, hi, sweetheart.
thank you for being here, Gerald.
Hey, Gerald, we just
Because
got
he's on his
Diane.
phone, so he can't tag.
Mhm.
But I know how that goes because he's
Yeah.
usually in the car with me.
Yes.
So, Gerald, Diana just hit 100 subscribers during the show. Okay. So we're all really happy about that. And not only that, she has agreed to restart the Cloak and Mantle channeling series that we had all started doing with Val. She's agreed to do this. I'm blown away.
Are you right? You really want to hold me to that.
I really do, because I think it was
Is this a lesson in Catholic guilt?
No, it's got nothing to do with Catholic guilt. No. Listen, it's because it was a really, I thought anyway. I mean, other people can vote with their,
Yeah.
vote with their comments, but I thought that it was a really worthwhile thing to do, and I thought there was some really interesting stuff coming, like important and interesting
Right.
stuff coming out of it.
Right.
So
Because we can broaden it and not,
yeah, and bring in whatever other skills that you have, that will help bring those messages to people,
Yes.
bring those messages to humanity. I think it's really important. I'm not saying it just to beat you up,
I know.
Okay. So that was Viviani. Okay. And now our last question of the day is from Diane. And again, my apologies for having lost it.
Oh, it's for me?
Yeah, it's for you.
Oh. Hello. Hi, Diane. Okay, if we still have time today, yes. How does parallel lives look like? What do they look like from the Akashic Records perspective? If they occur at the same time, can our present life affect our past? Monty Python. How can you be in two places at once when you're not anywhere at all? The truth is sliding doors. You are here. You slide the door to the parallel life. You are not in both places exactly at the same moment. There is a shift. And in that shift, you change the outcome. You change the perspective. You change the time in which it takes to occur. They're showing me the movie that is by the title, Sliding Doors.
Yeah, I know that movie.
And it's a very good movie, and it would give you, to watch it would give you the understanding of what I'm trying to explain that they're saying, which is it's a parallel, but it's not, because you need the paradox, not the parallel. The paradox is two dots with the pole in between, right? You need a paradox for a miracle. Where does one end begin and the next end? When you're on a pole, it's either two dots or duality. But a parallel, they're mirrored reflections. They're what you see in a glass is not what you're seeing through two. It is the reverse of you. I'm not explaining it very well yet. I can understand exactly what they're saying in my head. So I'm sorry that I may not be of enough help on that for you. Because that's the first thing they showed me was the movie Sliding Doors. And it's like, you still meet the same person, but what is the relation going to be like? It will be different. Because what would have happened in this one now happens with the door sliding in the other direction on the parallel. And I hope that helped some way. And I'm sorry if it didn't. But thank you for the question for sure. And for keeping at it, for putting it in a couple of times.
Thank you, Diane.
Mhm.
That was an interesting question, and
Yeah.
all of that kind of stuff makes my brain hurt, so I don't think about it. Okay.
Yeah, it was a good question. And I think, perhaps watching the movie will help us all.
Yeah, all of
You
this.
know,
I mean, it is a really good movie.
it is. I've seen most of it. I watching. There is also a movie that I like. Is a French movie called Happenstance that I made me think of it too. That is pretty good with the same actress from
Yeah.
Amelie,
Right.
Audrey Tautou, I believe is her name. So yeah, I recommend that.
Yeah.
I love movies. So
So now we're all getting a clue as to why we got the movie poster.
yeah, yeah. All this movie, yeah. Watch Happenstance. Watch Life of Brian. What is the other movie?
Oh yeah,
All
Life
this
of Brian.
stuff.
Just for the
That's some
sake of
fun.
it.
History of the World. I mentioned that one too. So I get some laughs. Mel Brooks movies are great for laughs.
Diana is now up to, what was it? 103. I saw in the chat. Yep.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Good, Diane. Watch
and
the
so yeah. So I want to thank before I read no, maybe I should just read the closing.
Oh, do you want me to do a healing real quick? I can.
Yeah.
Clearing.
I'll close the key and unless you want to do that as part of the clearing, because we need
to do the clearing before we close it.
Do we? Oh yes, of course.
I'll do it very quickly.
Reminding me. Gosh,
yes. I love the clearing part. So let's take 3 deep breaths and hold it at the top and breathe out. Akashic Records Masters, I request a clearing for this group, including the animals as well as those watching the replay, at all cellular structure, dimensions, and ancestral lineages, highest timelines, concurrent lives, past lives, and future lives, in all time and space and all space in between, for the highest good of this group and the highest good of humanity. With love and gratitude, thank you, thank you, thank you. So that was a quick one.
Thanks, Viviani.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we're going to close the keys, or use the key to close the records.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to close by thanking the light for the truth. I would like to close by thanking the light for the healing energy. And I would like to close by thanking the light for the guidance and compassion towards our soul's purpose. And with this, we lock the records of all those who are here and all those who will come and see this in the future. The records are now closed. Yeehaw. Thank you so much, ladies. This was so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you all.
And thanks everybody for being here. Diana is up to 100 and what was it? 107, I think. Or no, wait. Wait.
Home alone.
Wait a minute. I missed it. And
I believe she has 103. Yeah, 103. I have 170
you
now.
have 170. So you're almost at your 200 mark. Awesome.
Mhm.
Awesome. So
Thank you,
yes,
thank you, thank you.
please subscribe to all of us. And we all offer private readings. So you can contact us by
Mhm.
email for those. And we'll be back next week. Viviani, what are you doing this week? Are you on any?
A possible collab on Friday. I'm waiting for confirmation, so that's why I did not announce it yet. And yeah, we'll be back next Tuesday, and I'll be hosting next Tuesday, and same time, 5 p.m. Eastern. And what do you have coming up, Linda?
Oh, Diana, I was going to go to
Oh,
Diana.
Diana, what do you have coming up? You're always so busy.
Well, tonight I have 9 o'clock dreams, apparitions, and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, we changed the name, so dreams, apparitions, and sightings. There you go on
Mm-hmm.
Martin's channel. And
Okay.
I know that the Bookers are sick, and Terry is also under the weather. So it is going to be Allie, Kelly Healer, and myself
Okay.
tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of the week?
The rest of the week, I'm doing private readings, so I'm
Okay.
easy on shows this week that I remember.
For myself, I have my live on Thursdays at 3 o'clock Pacific time and 6 o'clock Eastern. And that's it. I don't have anything else going on. Well, I have some readings. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for the immense amount of support you've shown to all of us and really appreciate your being here. And we'll see you again next Tuesday, I hope, because this is a lot of fun. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye-bye.
Aho, matikiwalayasin.